Hello everyone, I'm Adam Abraham with another customer testimonial, semi-raw, from Donnybrook, Western Australia. My partner Jody Spencer is talking with, or will be talking with, Leanne DeMassey. She'll be explaining, and when I say raw, this is the full length of the conversation. There's some rough spots in there where there's some wind buffeting. That's the raw part of it. But some really good information in there. So just wanted to give you the heads up. I want to thank Leanne and Jody for sharing, for coming together and doing this on a blustery day.
Welcome back to another country review of what's happened with the President Water Vortex devices. Today I'm with Leanne DeMassey from Donnybrook, and she's been using a 4-inch unit on her crops this year, and we're just going to have a bit of a chat about what she's seeing and share a little bit more info. So Leanne, what have you seen so far?
Okay, when you came along and you talked about the Vortex,
yep,
and then I decided to go with it on one crop. We do about 5 crops of pumpkins.
Yep.
So by the time you came along, we were sort of ready to get towards the end in planting. So I decided, this is a paddock we planted last year.
Yep.
So I decided, but we planted it early, so this year we went late. Okay. So I decided to use the Vortex and push it to its max. When I mean push it to its max, let's cut back. When I spoke to you, you said you can cut back on fertiliser.
Yep.
So we'll see how far we can cut back on fertiliser. Let's see what the machine actually does. So in saying that, we have a crop.
Yep. Is that with no fertiliser?
We have a pre-granule fertiliser that goes in the ground, which is a grow safe, slow release fertiliser from my brother, which from the AMF fertiliser mob. We always use that in all our plantings as a pre-plant. Yeah, we put that down as a slow release fertiliser under the ground. We then put the Vortex on. We use no nitrogen. Generally a 4-leaf stage, you sort of start to push your plants with nitrogen to blow them up to get them to close. We use no nitrogen. I let the Vortex do the work.
Great.
Okay, as far as I was concerned, the Vortex was bought as a tool. Mm-hmm. A, to save water. B, to see how far we can save money in fertiliser and to see what results we can get. Okay. So that was my experiment this year.
Okay, and I don't know whether you can see it in the camera, but back behind us is a dam, and it's got water in it, and again at this time of year it would be empty. So
very empty. So I'm very happy it's actually got water, because we're actually planting crops of turnips and Swedes, otherwise we wouldn't be planting at the moment.
Fantastic.
Okay.
And so this is congratulations and thank you for first trusting us and being willing to take that, go down that process of, because every journey is different, right?
Yeah.
And every soil type is different, and every water type is different, and it takes some toing and froing. And so first off, thanks for coming on the journey. Well, you need
to thank Dean, because he's the one that chewed my ear off in the tractor when I was rolling his hay.
Yeah, thanks to Dean. We got a video from Dean last week. Secondly, it is a process of working out what's right for your soil, for your growing conditions, and all that sort of stuff. But looking at what's on the ground here, and I'm definitely no vegetable expert, but it's a pretty good crop from my eyes, from what you've put in. Look,
at the end of the day, we've pushed this crop to see how far it could go.
Yep.
We supply into Coles through our market agent, okay, and of course Coles and our big chain stores only want a certain size.
Yep.
So we want anything from 1 kilo to 2 kilos.
Yep.
The 4 bins that were picked yesterday, we cut some up when we were up the shed.
Yep.
Mum weighed some today, okay, and like she said, they're light. And now, like I said, yes, they are light, because when we cut one up, the sugar's not there.
Yep.
Okay, so when we planted this crop, we planted it, we let it grow. crop was looking sensational. It grew magnificently.
Yep.
The fruit on the vines, there was fruit setting, and yeah, you wouldn't think you go and feed it because it looked good.
Yep.
Okay. What I know now is, from this crop, is that yes, we would use the Vortex again without fail, without hesitation.
Yep.
But we would sort of manage not pushing our fertiliser and try to catch up at the end like I've had to, because I'm trying to push them up to a bit more sugar at the end. We would, because the Vortex is producing so much nitrogen for the plants, we need to find out how much nitrogen the Vortex is producing.
Or liberating, yeah.
Yep. And then we need to turn around and say, okay. So basically we would go back to testing.
Yep.
I didn't test this crop this year. It's just like, let's have a go, see what it's going to do.
Great.
Okay. Sometimes people do it different. Let's have a go.
Yep.
Right. So basically we'd use our N tool, which is our nitrogen tool. We'd use our K tool, which is our potassium, and we can do that on field. So what would happen is next year, whenever we decide to put the Vortex, we'd put the Vortex. We would then start to monitor our N levels.
Okay.
And we'd monitor our K levels. And if we start seeing our N levels go up, then we'd have to start pushing. Well, no, you leave the Vortex on, but you just push more K level. Okay. So you're going to develop more sugar at the end of it, which means we're going to get the weight. There's nothing wrong with having a small butternut.
Yep.
But there is something wrong having a small butternut that doesn't have the weight.
Yeah.
So, you know, if we've got small butternuts like this, it's not a problem. These size are perfect for coals.
Yep.
Just a little bit more weight in them.
Would be, yeah.
Yeah, would be handy. In saying that, sprays is another thing. Leanne thought, okay, well, if we're going to push it, let's push it. Let's see how far we can go without doing a 14-day spray regime. Normally we go on a 14-day spray regime. Every 14-day we're out spraying powdery and downy. Normally, when you're pushing nitrogen into the plant, the only thing is we don't know what source of nitrogen the Vortex is actually producing, because nitrogen comes in 3 forms. So we know that it's producing what we're saying, the thunderstorm effect and all that type of effect.
It's more energy in the water, yeah.
But we don't know what energy just yet, so we can turn around and say, okay, we're getting this effect.
Yep.
Right? Because I believe that if we actually did more research in it, we probably wouldn't have to spray as much, because I didn't spray this crop as much at all. We sprayed it towards the end.
Okay.
When we started pushing, because we started seeing the plants and thinking, shit, it's a catch up now. But we're talking, takes 4 months to grow a crop of this variety of pumpkins. We're talking 3 months of doing nothing.
3 months off, yeah.
3 months of doing nothing, and we're talking, hey, we got to pick in 4 weeks' time. They need to be bigger, and they need to be a little bit, you know, the plants are sort of not looking as good. Let's start pushing. So that's when we started pushing. And all we did is we pushed a lot more potassium in.
Okay.
That was potassium and phosphorus, because I believe we ran out of energy. That was the only catch in what we did. Can you grow a crop? Yeah. You can grow a crop.
Great.
Can we grow a crop to coal specs? Yes. We just got to monitor.
You just want to get that a little bit tighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing. Minus that, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with what we're seeing.
Beautiful.
Okay.
So,
and compared to last year, it's probably a better crop.
Better crop than last year.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Stack more water left.
Yep.
So you can grow a winter crop now.
Last year, I had problems trying to keep the water to this patch.
Yeah.
This was doing my head in. Like, we had pumps running all the time. This year, it's like I'd say to the guy, he's going, and we probe. So we don't just turn the water on because we want to turn water on. We have a hand probe. We go through, we probe the patches. Yes, it needs water, we turn it on. I'd say to the guys, because I'd turn the other patch on over the hill.
No Vortex on that one?
No Vortex on that one. I'd say to the guys, you're going to go and turn the one on down at the house, and they'd say to me, Leanne, it doesn't need water. That's where the moisture's sitting.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly treatment, exactly the same, except one with Vortex, one without. So, you know, when you start...
So do you reckon you used half the amount of water? Or 2/3 the amount of water? Or what? If you just have a hazard a guess?
On a guess, would I use half the amount? We've gone this patch into the real summer period.
Yep.
Okay. Last year I planted this patch in the early period.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'd say half.
Wow.
I would say, you know, without, that's just a predicament guess.
Yeah.
Because when we were watering over the hill, yeah, it would be, they would have to water, say, 2 waters over the hill. before they would actually turn the water on to this one here.
Oh,
So
okay.
we would probe, yes that needs water, no this doesn't need water.
Yep.
Yes that needs water, no it doesn't need water, and then turn it on when we do. So yeah, in saying that, which is great, because if a plant doesn't need, if we're not pumping the water that the plant is, you know, the plant is actually respiring and it's actually absorbing everything, and it's not going into stress periods, so we're not going to have the disease problems. So the less water that it actually needs, okay, because the plant is healthier, the less spraying. Logistically, less spraying should be done.
So less water, less spray.
Yes, I believe. Because I believe if we're pumping too much water into the plant, the plant's getting weak. Okay, it's thirsty, it's drinking it up, but think about it as salt. If you've had salt and you're drinking, you want more water, more water, more. It doesn't mean that your body needs it, it's just because you've got that salt flavour in your mouth that you just need to keep drinking it.
Absolutely.
And over there, when we're spraying, we have to spray 14 days. Seriously, without fail, 14 days has to be sprayed. Okay. We alternative our sprays, so we use a normal spray from your new farms and stuff like that, and then we go with a user-friendly spray, which is like an Agramos or something like that, which is more like a friendlier spray. So we try to alternate so we're not damaging what's happening out here. So that's part of the reason by bringing the Vortex on, was trying to actually
cut down more of the...
Yeah, it's trying to keep the ground into more good biology. I mean, we use all our trichoderma and stuff like that when we're planting our plants, so we do all that good biology stuff, and then all of a sudden you're just going to go and nuke it with the sprays and chemicals. You've just killed all the good biology that you're spending the money on to put in there. So I'm trying to find the balance.
The happy place.
Yeah, wherever the happy place is. Does that make sense? It's like, but that's what we're trying to look for.
Perfect.
So, but yeah, in minus that, like I said, I'm happy with the crop that we've grown. Yes, I'd like more sugar, but hey, that's not the Vortex fault, that's just me pushing everything.
To see where you could go from. And
you need a starting point.
So
if you don't push it to the max to start off with, you don't know
how far you can dial it back next time.
So that's where we're at. So would I use Vortex again? Yes. Would I use Vortex on other crops? Yes. Without fail.
Would you recommend it to others?
I would. Especially this year, every 3-4 years we're getting drier. Okay, and there's no words to it, you can see it out here. Like I was just saying to you then, just look at my neighbour's paddocks versus my farm on this side. It's chalk and cheese. Okay, now that's a consistency of using good biology fertiliser, good water. You've got to find that balance. I think as a farmer, I believe as a farmer, do I believe in organic? No. Okay, I'll be honest with you. Do I believe in non-organic? No. Do I find that a modern day farmer needs to find the medium between organic and the medium between non-organic, and we need to find a user-friendly.
So you're looking for that spot where you're using both so you're profitable? Because that's what it comes down to at the end of the day.
We cannot go organic because at the end of the day everyone wants everything that's perfect. Okay, being organic, we can't get stuff perfect. Okay, and that's just the way it is. You just can't go that way with today's society. If you can find that happy medium, and I believe the Vortex is strongly comes into helping us with what we're doing.
Great.
I believe that little Vortex machine should be on pears, which is what I'd like to put it on next year to see what it does on the pears. Should be on certain things. We just need to find what source of nitrogen, because for me to put it on red apples, okay, you can't get red apples nitrogen after a certain degree. So that's why I'm saying, could we put it on a red apple tree and will it stay red? We don't know because we haven't tried. It may do because it needs to, you know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying is, do you, even just for a simple tool, forget about the crop here, just for a simple tool to save water, by all means.
It's worth saving the money.
It's worth spending the money to just save water. If you want to grow like myself, which we're on a smallish acreage farm, which is not so small to most people, but to me it's a smallish acreage because we don't have the land. So we're constantly cropping. So this will come out, then our hay goes back in, our hay goes back out, then our pumpkins would go back in. So it's constantly getting cropped.
Yep.
Okay, just to save water. Yeah, why not?
That's worth it.
It's worth it.
Awesome.
Just forgetting about
all the other stuff.
Just to save water alone. If you don't use it, you're crazy.
Okay.
And even just in town, I know my mum, she's got a garden in her house. It's huge.
Yep.
Okay, and they're always putting on water restrictions and this, and she's going mental all the time because, you know, she loves the garden and she loves everything. At the end of the day, you know, just one of these little devices would have been put on a garden tap or whatever. Why not?
Totally.
You'd notice that you can notice the difference.
Yep.
Just by looking around here.
Absolutely.
So that's my...
Anyway, awesome. Well, people, thanks for joining us again, and we look forward. If you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. You know, the Mines Trust here in the fields doing the work, and I'm sure that Leanne and the other people that have been using them will be more than happy to share what they've learned along the way. So if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and we'll catch you soon on the next round of the President Water Vortex devices. Cheers. Alrighty, so this is just a little anecdote or a little PS. We shot that video that you've just watched, and Leanne and myself took a walk around the rest of the paddock, and she's noticed some things that she's not seen before. Do you want to talk us through that?
Yeah, normally by now these plants are shut down. Okay, there's some powdy in the field, so when there's powdy, normally there's not a whole lot of little new ones, as like a new baby pumpkin's coming up. Normally a pumpkin will have it set in. Once it's had it set in, then they've had their pumpkins, we pick the pumpkins, but as we go into the paddock, normally the plants are shut down. Noticing going through here, as we're walking through, the greener plants that are still alive, even the ones that are half dead, we're noticing a whole lot of little pumpkins and flowers, but pumpkins that have not aborted, which is the interesting part. Pumpkins that are sitting at about that big, which by now, with the powdy that's sitting on these leaves, on these plants, the plant should have just shut down. These haven't had water and fertilizer for probably a month. So all I'm saying is that because they're on the plastic, the Vortex has done something to create the bush to say, hey, we're just going to keep going. It actually hasn't shut their brain down.
There's more energy in the plant.
Yeah.
There's more energy in the ground, which...
And that's why even when we planted the plants and we noticed the flowering, they kept flowering and flowering and flowering. So that's what I'm saying. I believe, yeah, this is something different to what I've normally seen. That's why I keep saying maybe we are spraying too much. We need to cut back on sprays, because looking at what I'm seeing here, that's not normal. Not normal on what I've normally seen.
Yeah, it's different to what you've normally seen.
So, yeah, so basically, like I just said then to Jody, have you got anyone under a hydroponic system? And you know, one of these things on a hydroponic system under cucumbers would go awesome.
Yeah.
I reckon it'll just keep reproducing and reproducing and reproducing.
Just go gadget.
Yep. Until the plant can't do no more.
And we'll find out, won't we? There'll be somebody.
Well, like I said, it's definitely doing more than what we're seeing to our naked eye.
Yeah.
So, yeah, which is good.
Beautiful.
Cool.
Thanks. So see you later again. Thanks.
For more information on President Water Vortex Generators and to see what they can do for your operation, go to presidentwater.com. Thank you.